All right, hello everyone. Welcome back once again to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing. We are here for round 12 in season 12 of the Platinum class of TCR, and we are here in Baku in Azerbaijan on the Baku City circuit. It's a one hell of a track. I think a lot of the drivers are going to have a love or hate relationship with this particular one, because you either have good luck here or you have no luck at all. It's very similar to a lot of other tight street circuits like Monaco, like Singapore, like what we pretty much like to see here. Tight walls, very dangerous corners, very, very fast situations, DRS zones all over the place. This is a great place to come to. I'm super excited for tonight. It's Blame Machine with you guys tonight in the booth, and with me for another Platinum class race is Seafreeze. How's it going, my friend?
Hello, hello. Welcome to the Platinum class. Yeah, it's good to be here. We have a nice race for tonight. We're back on the streets of Azerbaijan, and yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and I think there's one important thing that we need to announce and say as quickly as possible and bring it on here, because this is very, very important, and we didn't get a chance to calculate the points last time around at the TCR Grand Prix, but in fact, it was true. Passassin is your Season 12 Platinum Champion. He has absolutely dominated this season, and with 223.5 points, he's now got a gap of 106.5 points to this man that we're watching right here, Professional, and unfortunately there's only 104 points up for grabs in the championship. So congratulations, massive, massive congratulations to Passassin, and he has done an amazing job, fully deserving of this this championship. And yeah, it's going to be very exciting to see what else he's going to deliver until the end of the season, because as we know, he's still trying to chase down the record set by Tasmanian Devil for the most wins in a single season, and he's currently tied for that title. So let's see if he'll be able to make that one work. And Passassin has actually currently set a fastest lap of a 138.992.
Yeah, I mean, I had an opportunity to race with Passassin last 2 weeks in the Ulster race and the GP, and before that, I don't think I really raced him much. I think those were the first two times I was able to share the track with him. I do remember his first race and his first win, I should say, I commentated with in the Platinum class of Season 11. It was towards the end of the season for the Canadian Grand Prix, and I remember saying that as soon as he got that first one, you will know his name in Season 12. Something was going to strike for him, and he's been committed, taking that racing line off, and he's been improving ever since. And it's just always nice to see where a driver was and where they are today and where they are going to be in the future. He's very talented, and he definitely deserved every minute of this Season 12 Platinum Class Championship. So congratulations to him. And yeah, he's a talented driver, and he's quite young, so he's got a lot of F1 racing towards him in the future.
Yeah, definitely a driver with a lot of potential. I'm sure we're going to hear about him in the future, as Seafree said there. We've got some quick times on the board already. Bats Plus and Passassin very, very close to each other. And look at that, Passassin on the medium tires with a 138.9, and Bats Plus with a soft tire, 138.8. So only a tenth separating them on the medium and the soft tire. That's absolutely unbelievable. I'm sure there's more of a gap there in that compound. So Possassin just making the medium tire really, really work. And Captain Blade, he was supposed to be in the booth tonight, but he's in the driver's seat there, in the teammate seat with Possassin. And he's doing a pretty good job right now as well. 139.2 as we're watching Flip Flop Fish making his way through the castle section. Navigating that one pretty nicely, making the car flow, going a little bit wide on the exit, but not invalidating that lap. He should be okay to continue here. He's going to be finishing up the second sector in just a moment as he makes his way through turn 15 and into turn 16. Just a second, so close to the wall on the right-hand side of the car, and he finishes the second sector, but no delta time coming up for him. I'm not sure if that's because he didn't set a lap time before and this is his first one, but he's doing a pretty good job, and now he's going to have the DRS open and going to bring it to the line. Currently sitting in 11th with no time on the board. Let's see where he's going to go now. Flip Flop Fish crossing the line.
Yeah, it's not really good. Yeah, 43-1. He might have had a mistake or two. He just joined the session just in time to get some laps in, so this might be his actual flying lap. That could have been his out lap, possibly. I'm not. Maybe he took 2 laps of an out lap with a mistake. Not too sure. We are running the strict corner cut limits today, so we don't have to keep an eye on the track limits as stewards, so that it'll police itself. And to be honest, last night it wasn't much of a factor in the golden class. Not many penalties. It's very easy to abide by the track limits, so hopefully everyone can use the limits of the track and we can see a nice race on paper rather than, you know, the calculator. Or if I said that right, I'm not too sure. But this is the first time we're seeing Flip Flop besides the All-Star race into season 12. So I'd like to see how he does today. He talks a big game off the track, so I want to see how his game is on track. We have an opportunity to see how he did today. I believe he had a podium in the All-Star race, so he had a pretty good performance there.
Who was it that you were talking about?
Flip Flop. Yeah, he had I believe he had a podium in the All-Star race. We were both racing, so I guess it'd be hard to remember.
Yeah, I can't really see it because I think he's driving as a reserve, possibly, so we don't have his standings for the last race. But yeah, there was a lot of racing there. There was a lot of heat races as well as the 50% race, so I'm sure he probably got a few points. And yeah, he just crossed the line again. Didn't really improve at all, so not really sure what's going on there. Chatty Duck currently sitting in 6th place, 139.7. I think he's out on a brand new set right now as he's making his way through turn 2.
Prix set a nice time, 2/10 clear of Bats Plus. That's on the soft tire as well. Meb was on a lap, but he decided to abort into the pit lane.
Watching from on board here with Chatty Duck, making his way through the track. He's just made his way through turns 5 and 6. Those were probably the most problematic ones for me personally. Just having to rotate the car was very, very difficult as he now makes his way through the castle section. I'm sure you guys are going to hear that name of that sector very, very often throughout the race because a lot of stuff usually ends up happening there. And we've got a lot of drivers out on track right now. Also, a lot of drivers on brand new soft tires on out laps. So we'll see what kind of times they're going to set. Chatty Duck finishes 2nd sector. He's improved by half a second on his current time. So that would put him up into about 4th or 3rd, depending on how well he can do through the last sector.
Showed glimpses of a little purple sector, I believe. I don't know if he snagged a purple and someone took it back from him, but this is going to be a good one by Chatty.
With the DRS swing open, comes down to the line now. Chatty does improve to 4th place, 139.196. So kept that gap that he had into the 2nd sector, but didn't really improve much anywhere else.
Assassin to the line on his quick lap. This is going to be a good one. Yeah, provisional by clear margins.
8/10 of a second there, the gap between Passassin and Breezy. Quite a big gap. Quite a good lap from Passassin. First one into the 137s as well. And let's see, we've got 7 minutes still to go in qualifying for round 12 of season 12. Only 4 races to go, including this one. And Passassin is already the season 12 Platinum champion. He did clinch it last week, but unfortunately we didn't have our calculators with us, although Passassin was trying to prove to us in the podium interviews that he was a champion at that moment, and hands down he was. So yeah, congratulations goes out to him once again, and currently he's also on pole position for tonight's race here at Azerbaijan in Baku, in the capital city. It's a very, very beautiful track, and unfortunately on this game the cameras on this track aren't really great.
Yeah, no, they're terrible, Glenn.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna.
They're not good.
We're gonna do our best to try and catch the best stuff going on here. Let's see, Forzan hasn't validated his lap. Professional is coming through the last couple of corners here of 18 and 19. There's a total of 20 corners here. Oh, and he's catching some.
Pick some slipstream. Yeah, his teammate. Is this the Alfa Romeo team game? They're in fight for the constructors. P4. Great teamwork by the Alfa Romeos. That was a purple third sector because of that slipstream.
Very well done there. Very good coordination between Chatty Duck and 007. And I'm hoping that they can trade it off and possibly do that again so that Chatty can benefit from it as well. But look at that. The difference between them is not that big, about a 1/10.5. So that's what the slipstream, I guess, down the back of the straight here, that's what it's really worth, as Passassin now goes into the pits after setting his previous time. Bats Plus also is going to be setting off into the pits. But we do have Breezy on the out lap on a brand new set of those red striped tires, those soft tires. So basically, everybody's committing to most likely a 2-stop or maybe a 1-stop, and taking the mediums really long. Seafreeze, what do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a big mixture between the two. I think you can do a few different options. I think most drivers did the soft, the medium, or even soft, medium, soft to do that 2-stop. We did see Latope in the golden class last night as Meb goes 6th. He tried to do the soft to medium, and he put those mediums 27 laps. I don't think he initially wanted to do that, but just because of how the others pitted and him with the track position, he kind of, I guess, gave it a second thought. You know, let me just stay out, let me go for it. And he was just 2 laps shy of taking that win. He still got a podium in that. The hards didn't really warm up for anybody, so I think if you're going to do a 1-stop, it might be better to do the soft to medium. But I do suspect a few safety cars, that's going to switch the strategy up completely.
Yeah, that's one thing I was just about to bring up. We don't know how many incidents and safety cars we're going to have in the silver class on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure we had more laps under VSC and safety car than we did under green flags, because we had a total of 4 full safety cars and a VSC as well. So a total of 5 safety situations, which was absolutely horrible and annoying for the driving situation, because you would have to warm your tires every single time on the restart, which is very hard to do in the rain. And that brings me to my next point as well. We don't know what the weather is going to be like. It's very nice and sunny right now in qualifying, but if the rain comes into the race, it's going to be a completely different picture here. It's very, very difficult to keep it on track as it is and keep it out of the walls around here in Baku. But when the surface gets nice and slippery and wet, as Breezy smashes it into the wall on the entry of turn 8 into the castle section, he's probably got a little bit of damage from that, and he's going to have to try again for another lap. But yeah, if we have rain, which we unfortunately don't know about, it might spice things up.
Yeah, absolutely. Last night in the golden class, we had one safety car, possibly a VSC, but it was the perfect mixture between, mixing the strategy up, bringing the field back together, and also having enough laps to race. Yeah, the 4 or 5, that's quite crazy in silver with the rain. Rain around here, that's in for a long one. That's like Singapore in the wet. It's almost as bad. You don't. Well, hopefully, if it does rain tonight, we only get a portion of rain. Because if it does stay rain for the entirety of it, we're in for a long one.
Absolutely, and yeah, hopefully it will be a little bit cleaner as well with less incidents so we can see more of the racing here on track. So it's not much time left now, a minute and a half in qualifying, and we've got quite a few cars out on track getting their outlaps, warming up their tires and trying to set a good time around here. Deathwish Tricky improves only to 14th place with a 139.8, but look at that, we've got about 12 people in the 139s, or 10 people in the 139s, so that gap between them is not really that huge. I think this is going to be a very, very exciting Grand Prix. Let's take a look here at Bats Plus as he goes into turn 1 and makes it stick through there, keeps it inbounds on the track limits as well, and going into another 90-degree left-hander of turn 2. That brings you on to this first DRS straight that you're able to use on your lap. As you're coming down now on this big DRS straight into turn 3, it's going to be another 90-degree left-hander that's going to bring you into, you guessed it, a 90-degree, but to the right this time. So a little bit of a surprise there as Bass Plus navigates through turn 4 and now into 5 and 6. This is a very tricky corner here. That's a purple sector, by the way, from Bats Plus as he makes it through 5 and 6. Coming into 7, you can cut this one quite a bit as Bats Plus does. And now going into the famous section, the castle section of turns 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 on the exit as well. 5 corners in very, very quick succession. Bats Plus makes it very nicely through there as well. He's not going to be coming into another 90-degree corner here. Oh, very close to the wall on the exit, but he makes it stick. And that was turn 14 and 15, so now he's got 16 to navigate through. That's another purple sector. He's 3/10 down on his best time in that sector alone. And now just pretty much pedal to the metal all the way down into the last DRS section on this track and to the line. Bats Plus on a really good lap right now. He had 2 purple sectors. Can he make it stick? No, it's only second place. 138.2, and that means Passassin's 137.8, sorry, is going to stick and be good enough for pole position at the moment. Captain Blade invalidated his lap. Professional is currently sitting in 5th with a 139.0. He's put in a purple second sector. Let's see if he can make this one stick. Can he improve to possibly the front row as he makes his way now through turns 19 and 20. All the way down now, it's just pedal to the metal, flat out, DRS wing open. No battery to use, of course, because the hot lap is going to be engaged. As he crosses the line, he stays 6th. So he must have had a bad time through Sector 2 or Sector 1, or Sector 1 or 3, because he was purple in Sector 2.
We also got KGB up on his personal time. It should be elevating him up to the midfield. The Alpine goes 5th. Nice time by him, getting into the 38s. You also had Shaddy coming around, also marginally improving to 8th. Meb is invalidated on his final run. And I think Captain Lee, I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's going to be it for qualifying. So Passassin, the champion of this season, gets provisional pole over Bats Plus, and they'll be starting on the front row. And this is going to be an exciting race in Baku. You never know what can happen here at Baku. The instant moment the race can turn with damage, safety car, and even the strategy is a little bit mixture, and we still don't know about the weather forecast. The drivers, I'm sure, do already. So this is an opportunity for Bats, Breezy, and company to put some pressure on Passassin today. You know, there's going to be some nice overtakes, possibly with the long straights and DRS. So I think in the opening laps, you have to push, and maybe see a mistake.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Passassin with another pole position. He's got 8 wins this season from 7 pole positions. This is his 7th one, and with a 137.8, the only one driver that got into the 137 seat today. Bats Plus on the front row, Breezy and Forzan on the second row. We have KGB Black Angel and Captain Blade in 5th and 6th. 7th is Professional and Chatty Duck is 8th. Mebby is going to be 9th, and Flip Flop Fish rounds up the top 10. We will run through the rest of the grid here in just a moment. And yeah, we'll get right into it here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. This is going to be round 12 of 15 this season, so only 4 races, including this one, to go here. We're also going to take a break next week for Thanksgiving, as most of our drivers here are North Americans, so we'll give them a chance to celebrate that. But then we will be back after that, the week after, and yeah, there's only going to be 3 more races to bring to an end. Of course, if you guys are just joining right now and you didn't hear our announcement at the start of the Grand Prix, it is confirmed. Passassin is your Season 12 Platinum Champion, outscoring Professional at the moment for the lead and for the championship, and he is outscoring for 106.5 points with only 104 left available in the season. So congratulations again to Passassin. So this one is decided for the Drivers' Championship, but second place is still quite close. Professional with 117, Breezy with 91 points, and then we also have a very tight battle between Bats Plus and KHB Black Angel for 3rd place and 4th place. So there's a lot still to play for. Of course, the Constructors Championship is also still up for grabs. Passassin has pretty much been doing all the work in that one all by himself, because he doesn't have a full-time driver who's his teammate. So 158.5 points to Mercedes, and then we have Alfa Romeo very close behind with 144 points and 2 drivers to their team. So that one could still possibly turn around. There's also still a tie for 3rd place between McLaren and Williams at 113 points. So lots of interesting things possibly still to come in the Constructors Championship, but the Drivers' Championship in Season 12 in Platinum class goes to Passassin. So the rest of the field here tonight, we did run through the top 10, but we also have McChicken in 11th, F1 Racer in 12th, Jones in 13th, Stanley in 14th. We have Death Wish Tricky in 15th place, and Cam is going to be starting right in 16th at the end of the grid. But this could be a very interesting Grand Prix. There could be incidents. There could be safety cars. We are not going to know until we get into the action here tonight. But I know, Seafreeze, you like to do this. So leave your predictions in the comments in the live chat. And also, Seafreeze, of course, what are your predictions for tonight's race?
Oh man, you used my trick on me, and you caught me off guard with it. Oh man, top 3. You know what? This is a tough one. I mean, I feel like Passassin's got it, right? He claimed the championship, but this one's a tough one to win. I mean, anything could go wrong. But I'm gonna, since I get the first pick, I'm gonna go with the preferred favorite. We're gonna go with Passassin today. I do believe Breezy is gonna give him a run for his money in 2nd, and for 3rd place, Professional. I mean, I think he's a lock-in every time. Professional's always on that podium, or at least he has an opportunity to find his way up there. So yeah, Passassin, Breezy, Professional will round up my top 3.
All right, well, I'm going to go for a similar lineup there. I think it's going to be Passassin and Breezy in 1st and 2nd, but I have a feeling that Chatty Duck, you know, that might be his redemption here tonight. He is one of those drivers that makes his way through the field throughout the race and just has bad luck sometimes towards the end of it. So I think if he can keep out of trouble here tonight, this could be his race. He's starting in 8th position, but if he makes it to P3, I think it's going to be very, very happy with his performance. So let's get ready here as the drivers are rounding up the last couple of corners on the grid. They're going to be warming up their tires and brakes, and then lining up on the grid to start tonight's race. If you guys are just joining us here tonight, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, leave some more comments in the chat. Let us know if you have any predictions for the race here tonight. And it looks like it's going to be a sunny start, at least to the race. No clouds in sight, so we might have a dry race on the hands here tonight.
Yeah, and it's a short run down to turn 1, so expect a dive or two by maybe Bats Plus or Breezy to split the middle.
All right, we're almost ready to go here. 16 drivers on the grid for tonight's race. We're on board with Forzan, so we can see the top 3 drivers here. As the lights go on, it's 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights. And the lights go out in Baku, and we are racing for round 12 of the Platinum class. In Season 12, Assassin and Bats Plus side by side into turn 1, but Assassin makes it around the outside and keeps the position and the lead into turn 2. Breezy right behind Bats Plus. Forzan a little bit wide on the entry into turn 2 there, and he's going to be under pressure behind him by KGB Black Angel. Black Angel trying to make a dive, but not really having the space there. Looks like McChicken has made up a position on Professional. Professional dropping down to 9th. Chatty Duck up into 7th, making up a position there already on the start. And Forza now closing up the gap on Breezy, getting those tires, I think, up to temperature and making them work for himself.
Yeah, well, relatively clean off the bat. Nothing striking off the first corners. Everyone's in DRS range with each other. No front wing damages by the looks of it. We do have 3 guys on those medium tires for strategy. See how that plays out.
That's right, that was Tricky, Cam, and Jones starting on the medium tire. Everyone else has elected to go for the soft, which could be a 1-stop onto hards, or it could be a 2-stop onto mediums and softs, or mediums and mediums. As we mentioned before, this could be a very interesting race in terms of strategy. It's a pretty open one, and it also really depends on what's going to happen on this track. Are we going to have incidents? Are we going to have safety cars? Is there going to be anything else other than just green flag racing? Because that's going to be a huge factor in tonight's race here. Captain Blade now trying to catch up on KGB using his battery. Assassin sets the first fastest lap of tonight's race, but of course that time is going to drop as they get warmed up. Oh, KGB a little bit wide through turn 1, and this opens up the door for Captain Blade. He's going to go for the dive bomb into turn 2 on the outside, but not quite making it side by side through there, so he's going to have to hold on to P6 for now. Looking ahead there, Forza and Breezy, Bats Plus, and Assassin still in the positions that they started. Oh, and looks like Captain Blade is making a move.
Chatty went for a move on Captain Blade, and he clipped the wall. Oh no.
And there goes my prediction straight out of the window there. Chatty Duck now with damage, but he can still recover it. This is one of those races where you can possibly recover those positions and still get some points in tonight's race. So hopefully he can make it to the pits without losing too much time and then come back into it here. Maybe we'll have a safety car to bring him back into the field. But back to this battle here, McChicken and Captain Blade. Very, very close to each other. McChicken, we don't have no DRS just yet, but he is using his battery to keep very close to the Mercedes in front of him. The battle for P6 here at the start, and look at those walls. Look how close these drivers are bringing it to the wall to get the maximum pace out of these cars, but it's so dangerous and it can all go wrong in a split second. And here comes McChicken now with the ERS, really using his battery. We have a yellow flag in front. It looks like Forzan might have lost it a little bit. Forzan has lost the position. Oh, and there's Forzan. He's going a little bit slower than the rest of them. There's going to be a 3-wide situation here going on the straight. Looks like McChicken's going to gain P5. Black Angel is going to be right beside him as they go into turn 1. Oh, and there's Captain Blade spinning off. Captain Blade made a little bit of a touch there with the side pod of McChicken, and he's dropped down to P15 with a little bit of a spin there on the exit of turn 1. Flip-flop fish now going for a move on Deathwish Tricky on the run into turn 3, and he makes that one stick, and that's P8 for Flip-flop fish.
Yeah, a few minor mistakes by multiple drivers. Just a little. Oh, here we go. We got Forzan on Chicken. He's going to get the position. Looks like Chicken kind of moved out of the way. He could have possibly defended that. Although crucially up in the front, Assassin and Bats. Bats is within DRS range. He was a little bit outside of it. Had to use some battery to get back in. So we'll see what he can do in the front stretch. If he could still remain, he's still hovering around that second gap. but for the most part, a lot of good battling so far.
Jumping on board now with Bats Plus. He's just outside of that DRS zone. He's 1.1 seconds behind, and we go through the detection zone now, and no, the detection zone is way down at the exit of turn 20. So yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit too far behind here, and he only has 38% battery left. He's using his battery now to try and catch up, but it's not going to be enough as they come into the detection zone. Yeah, absolutely. He does not have the DRS, and he's all the way down on his battery, just down to 10% now. This is really going to hurt him. McChicken now on Forzan with the DRS enabled with a little bit of battery help as well, and he goes up into P5, and it looks like Mebi's going to follow through as well. And Mebi is up into P6. Forzan drops a couple of positions on the straight. I think he might have a little bit of damage, even though it's not showing up on screen. But he's slowed down than the pace that he had when we started this race.
Yeah, Bats used a lot of the battery on the front stretch to get within DRS for the turn 2 to 3. And now he's going to harvest up, so hopefully he can stay within that second. But Possassin's really got the pace, and Bats is using everything right now just to try and keep up. These soft tires, they don't last long. They're going to last maybe eight or so laps, even earlier. And we will see some drivers start to struggle relatively soon, especially those in the mid-pack. All this battling flip-flop and professional, Forzan, Meb. Those tires are going to go off a little earlier than maybe others, maybe like Breezy, who are just kind of taking it easy at this stage.
And there's a huge train of cars right now going all the way from McChicken and down to F1 Racer in P12, or even down to P14. That is a very, very long snake of cars going down the track.
KGB, yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, I was behind him in some stages of the GP last week, and man, he's hard to get by. But once you do, it's good for your race.
And we're going to have
the top three, and then
quite a few cars here on DRS right now as well. So this is gonna be very interesting, as Professional has DRS on Flip Flop Fish, and Flip Flop Fish has DRS on Forzan. This is going to be a big DRS chain here. Deathwish Tricky, he's going to try and catch up. Oh, it looks like Forzan's going into the pits. So Forzan is the first one.
Yep, they both do. Professional goes a little deep here in turn 1. Deathwish all over the back of the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, they even made a little bit of contact there with the back, with the front wing and the back tires of Professional, but Deathwish Tricky keeping it nice and close and clean for now, but he's not going to have enough to catch up on Professional into turn 4, or into turn 3. So, wow, very, very close in the midfield right now, and at the front, Bats Plus is 2 seconds behind Possassin, so Possassin has got a pretty good gap right now, but Breezy is keeping very close to Bats Plus for that battle for P2.
Yeah, I don't know if Bats maybe chipped the front wing possibly, because Breezy was about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds back, and he completely caught right back on that Alpha Tauri. So I don't know if maybe the tires are struggling, but Breezy's finding himself for P2 here shortly. So we see Professional taking over Flip Flop Fish outside the castle section. You have a nice little straightaway. Second time he did this move, and then Flip Flop I think got him back on the front stretch, so he'll have the DRS coming down to the start finish. And Deathwish, he's the lead guy on the mediums, and he's really using this tire advantage as he's going to make a move on Flip Flop. We have a little bit of a yellow. Who's this? F1 Racer.
Yeah, it looks like the Haas.
Yeah, I think that's what, 18, 19.
And Professional into the pits on lap 5. So they're only really doing about 5 laps on those soft tires, and it looks like McChicken and Mebi had a little bit of a battle, and McChicken up into P4.
Flip Flop decides to put the hards on, so he's going to the end of the race. Professional is going to have to do about 20 laps on this tire if he wants to go to the end, unless he splits that strategy. A Deathwish gets Stanley, that's for 6th. So those mediums are really working for him.
Yeah, exciting race so far already, and we're only 6 laps in. We have 20 more laps to go. Assassin already 3.5 seconds clear of Breezy, and Breezy's battling off Bats Plus right behind him. Then we've got McChicken in 4th, Mebby in 5th, Deathwish in 6th, Stanley in 7th, Cam in 8th. We have Jones making his way up into 9th. He started almost right at the back of the grid. And we have KGB Black Angel in 10th, holding on to the last position, the last points paying position in tonight's race. So it's a very interesting situation right now. We haven't really had any major incidents that brought out any safety cars or anything else like that. So as it stands, Assassin is pretty much in a very, very comfortable position to beat Tasmania Devil's record here tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, the other drivers had an opportunity early in this race to put him under pressure, but Breezy and Bats and company, they just really didn't have an opportunity to go for that. Now, Assassin's out front, clear about 4 seconds, and now we know he's got the pace. But let's see if he can keep that consistency all throughout. It's so easy to make a mistake, especially into Castle. Even if you're leading the race, you get bored, boom, you hit the wall. It could be race over. So, but now that Breezy's in 2nd, we'll see how his pace does maybe on this next stint. He might be more comfortable on these mediums. And Breezy's been quite good this season as far as pace towards Assassin. He's just thereabouts. So if anyone's going to do it today, I think it is going to be Breezy.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that battle. We also have Cam catching up to Stanley, and Stanley very close to Deathwish Tricky as well. So that's a little mix of different tire strategies and different tire compounds. But with the DRS, this could really come into Cam's hands right now. Deathwish Tricky, as you mentioned, he's the top runner right now on those medium tires. So depending on how long he can make them work, he might be in a pretty good position here tonight for a good race. But when you start on those mediums, the only trouble that I find with it is you're kind of stuck in terms of strategy. You either go to the hards, which might not warm up and might not really get up to pace if you don't drive them properly. And then your other option is to pretty much go for a 2-stop and match the rest of the field, but you're just going to be on like a softer tire at the end or something. So what do you really do when you start from a medium?
Yeah, well, the first... Oh, here we go. We have Assassin coming into the pits. Breezy's going to follow. Bats goes on an extra lap, so we'll see how that goes and see where these drivers come out. Yeah, as far as the starting on the alternate, yeah, the number one thing is you can't get damage on the opening lap, because then you are forced to put that hard tire on. But the second thing is you don't want a safety car early, because that's also going to limit your strategy. So it really is just luck of the draw. I mean, it's difficult, especially in this game. Safety cars come out quite often. But if it turns out like this is kind of starting to go, if we can get a few more laps green, it's going to favor the medium runners. There's a little bit of contact between Stanley and Jones. Assassin came out right behind Deathwish and Cam, who are on the medium tires. We have hit the back of the Ferrari. Assassin hit the back of Deathwish. We'll see if there's any damage. He's going to go for a move here in turn 7, I do believe. So this is what I'm talking about. Anything could happen at a blink of an eye, and let's see how he does. I didn't see any damage come off, but even the slightest touches can impact your car.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Assassin needs to clear the cars of Cam and Bats as soon as he can. Of course, Bats still needs to make his pit stop. And right now, there's only 9 seconds between the two cars. That is absolutely incredible, you know, considering that Assassin has already made a pit stop. But this is going to be very dangerous right now as they're making it through the last couple of corners here. Assassin keeping right on the back end of Cam. And he's going to go for the move right on the right-hand side before they even get into the DRS zone. And he makes it stick, but it could have been very, very dangerous there as Bats now goes into the pits. And he's going to probably come out around 5th or 6th here.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out with Breezy, he was about 4 or 5 seconds off the lead of Assassin. And look at the difference of the amount of cars in between Assassin and himself. I mean, there's 5 cars in between them. which did not work out for Breezy at all. There, Possassin's already leading the race. He only had to overtake 2. So that gap that he had definitely helped him out there.
All right, lap 9 of 26. Most of the drivers have made their pit stops. Most of the ones that were running on the soft tire. Everybody else now is on mediums or the hard tire for Flip-Flop Fish, and he's down in 13th place and pretty much in a land all by himself. He's not close enough to really make any moves right now. Doesn't have anybody attacking, so we can't really say what his pace is like on those hard tires, but we're going to keep an eye on that. Looks like Deathwish Tricky is ghosting there for a moment. I'm not sure if he hit the wall, if he had a connection error, but now HB Black Engine is going to take this chance to go for a move on Jones, and he almost made that one work. Now Deathwish Tricky is defending on Jones into turn 14. KGB Black Angel is forced to go over the little bump on the left-hand side, and he's still keeping to 5th place. This is going to be very, very dangerous now, as they're going to be on this long straight with the DRS enabled. Jones, Deathwish, and KGB. Maybe gets a 3-second penalty. Deathwish now, oh my goodness, there Jones was super close. They're going to be almost going 3 wide here. KGB was thinking of going down the middle.
Yeah, look at Breezy coming too. He's going to get them all.
Here comes Breezy around the left-hand side of Jones. Is he going to go for a move on KGB into turn 1? Not quite, but he almost made that one stick. Holy, that was an amazing overtake.
Yeah, that's what Baku does. We've seen that in real life as well a few times, coming down to the turn 1 as Breezy now gets DRS and the battery towards turn 3. And he gets the Alpine driver very close under braking, but Breezy finally gets up into that track position that he desperately needs. He lost another 3 or 4 seconds in that exchange, so that's a lot of work if you're Breezy.
Yeah, definitely. It's let's take a look here at the leader difference. So yeah, he's 7.5 seconds behind Assassin right now. Oh, and we have a yellow flag. We have a yellow flag for McChicken. McChicken has spun it on, looks like the exit of turn 5, or the entry into turn 5. I'm not sure if there was any damage there or if there's any contact, but he's trying to do a 3-point turn here to try and get back on track. And he's dropped down to P15. F1 Racers right on his back as well. So, wow, that was another sudden incident. These sudden incidents happen very, very often at Baku. So you really gotta keep your focus at 100%. As now Mebi is gonna be very close to Bats Plus and Forzan in front of them as well.
Bats is, he needs this position here. He's not using any battery, just using all the DRS, which is smart. Well, here comes Deathwish on the outside. Oh no, who's that? That's Mebe. Mebe's got it, but Bats squeezes him out. Forzan's going to get him in turn 2, side by side. Very close. You don't want to hit that inside curb. It could send you into the other guy. Meb gets the position, but Forzan's going to fight it. But I think Meb's got the DRS. That's not going to work out.
Another great overtaking battle there, and yeah, this Baku circuit, it really brings out some great battling, good overtakes, and extreme high speeds. So that's exactly what you want to see in a Formula 1 race. It's only lap 11. We're not even halfway through. There's been a lot of battling, a lot of overtaking happening. If you guys are just joining us now, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and leave some more comments coming in the live chat. Earlier on in the night, we did have Nobo saying RIP Taz's record 2020 to 2021. And I think it might be another one of those situations. Right now, Breezy is further away from Possassin than he was in the previous lap. He's now 7.3 seconds away, or 8.3 seconds away. So the gap is increasing. Possassin is just finding more time. I think the only thing that Breezy can wish for is that maybe Possassin makes a mistake, smashes his front wing.
Yeah, I mean, he's still setting purple sectors here, bro. 41.2, fastest lap of the race so far. Breezy on Cam, turn 1. Teammate of the day lets him on by. Cam is reserving here tonight. And I didn't get a chance to welcome him back because I was racing with him last week, but welcome back, Cam. He's a TCR veteran. He raced with us many, many seasons ago, and he finally returned into the Platinum class.
And Mebby there overtaking Forzan and Bats Plus. And now Bats Plus is trying to fight him back into turn 3. And it's not going to work for him yet. So Bats Plus really losing a lot of time by pitting at the time that he did and getting stuck in a lot of different cars battling right now on the track in the midfield. So that really did not work out for him. It also hurt Breezy, as we've mentioned before. Breezy's now 9.6 seconds away from Assassin, or 8.7 seconds now. So that's a big, big gap that he's going to have to close up. And yeah, there's still a lot of racing here to go in Baku. Anything could still happen, though. We don't know if we're going to have a major incident. Somebody could hit a wall, safety car could come out, and that could flip the race upside down.
I mean, I tell you what, Possession's not, you know, taking it easy by any means. I mean, he's at work right now. You know what I mean? He is setting some nice times, and man, one small mistake can ruin it. I just really hope he can hang on to it. I mean, another one, 41-0, beats it by another 2/10, and he's just going all out, maximum attack. And at this point, I guess you can do that, right? I mean, he's got the championship now. He can just go all out, take those risks.
Watching this battle between Mebby, Bats Plus, and Forza, and they got super close to each other on that finishing straight. But let's see if the second DRS zone can make anything happen, possibly for Bats Plus on Mebby. We'll switch on board with him now. Not quite enough. And he's even laying off the gas there at the end to not really go for a move, because the space is very, very tight, especially at the end of this first sector. It's very easy to get into a battle with somebody and then actually hurt your race more than that position would gain you. So this is very, very tricky race, very tricky track. And we always love coming here. I mean, I love watching racing over here. I love racing here myself, but I know a lot of drivers do not like coming here.
Really? Maybe because they're not good at it. I love this place. This is actually my first league race ever, was that Baku. And I remember I crashed out on lap 23 coming to turns 18, 19. And it's a tricky one. Everyone, when they think of Baku, they think of the castle section. But that's such a lot, how do I say this? Slower corner. The word wasn't coming out, Blinn. I apologize. A lot slower corner, but 18, 19, especially in the 2016 cars, which was when I started, you really had to commit. And if you had the wrong turning for 18, you really can't lift off the throttle, because you're going to lose all that momentum down the straight. So you have to keep your foot into the throttle. And we've seen even last night and even today a few drivers messing turns 18, 19 up to get onto that onto the front straightaway, gather all that speed. But I absolutely love it. It's a mixture of high speed and tight cornering. We got Bats Plus on Mebby, and he takes over for fourth.
Maybe a little bit wiggly there on the exit of turn 3, but still keeping that position. And now Forzan is possibly going to be looking to see if he can gain a couple of positions here. Forzan did a little bit of an undercut compared to some of the other drivers. He's got 8-lap-old medium tires, whereas Mebby has 5-lap-old medium tires, but also a 3-second penalty to his name. With the strict corner cutting here tonight, it's definitely... Oh, and there goes Mebby! And Mebby smashes into the wall, and he's out. Forzan also hit him, so I'm guessing Forzan has damage, and safety car is out.
Oh, man.
That was a big smash.
He hit it good. Almost a Leclerc style. The other side of the wall, though. But he is in that Ferrari. Yeah, the first driver out, and he is the king of the castle tonight, Meb. That's not an award you want. He is returning from, he had an incident with his hand, that's why he missed a few incidents, so hopefully he's recovering well. Maybe that had something to do with it, but he's back on the grid. Survived 14 laps, but here we go. We have a safety car that's going to neutralize the field, bring everybody back to square one, and this is an opportunity for Breezy and company to put some pressure on Possession.
And Possession and all of the top 6 drivers have pitted for brand new tires here. It looks like they're all going to go for brand new mediums. And that's going to refresh their tires for the last 10 laps or so that we're going to do here after the safety car goes back in. Everybody else is looking like they're pitting as well. Cam coming off and changing his hard tires. Flip-Flop is getting off of his hard tires as well. Everyone else is going to be coming into the pits right now to change over. This is pretty much a free pit stop for everyone, and literally the whole field has come into the pits.
Man, I don't know if that was Death Wish or maybe another driver that maybe recently pitted. I don't know if you prioritize track position, because even though it is easy to overtake, it's hard to pull away because of that slipstream DRS. But you know, everyone followed each other in. I mean, everyone will be on new tires. The only driver selecting something different would be Jones on those softs. We'll see if they go the distance and really pull for him in the remainder stages. But yes, quite surprising. I thought maybe 1 or 2 would opt to stay out. But no, everyone followed in, grabbed some new tires, and everyone's going to charge the battery up, get some new wings, and it's going to be round number 2 here.
One interesting thing, obviously, in Baku is how short the pit straight is. So the pit lane is very, very quick. You get in, you get out in, I think, about 20 seconds overall, which is very quick for a Formula 1 pit stop. But also, now with the safety car has come out, restarting on this track. Very interesting situation, because obviously as the leader of the pack, you can take it all the way down to the start-finish line, and I think that might be something that you want to do around this particular track with a humongous run into turn 1, where a car behind you can gain some slipstream, possibly an attack on you into turn 1. You definitely don't want to do that. So I think we might see Possession possibly pushing it all the way down until the very end, but that can also cause some incidents to happen. When people are expecting to go fast and then everybody goes slow, there's not much space left to slow down. It reminds me of, where was that, where we had the massive, massive crash on the restart of the safety car?
The Portimao, I believe. Portimao, or was it one of those?
Or was it Imola?
Maybe Imola. I thought it was an Italy one.
Yeah, I think
Mugello?
it was last
Was it
year,
Mugello?
right?
Not, yeah, it was
in last
2020.
season. In real F1.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, that. And now the problem there was, you know, the front half did it okay, but it was the middle guys. You know, one driver goes, kind of triggers a chain reaction. But as long as Possession and the drivers up front, they maintain their speed all the way to whenever they go, I think it'll be fine. I had an opportunity to do that as well at the TCR Grand Prix last week, and I was debating when to start at Brazil, because I was thinking, oh, you could go at the last corner, but it's better to extend it a little bit farther. So that's one thing. As long as you maintain speed up until the line or wherever you go, it should be fine. But you know what? Thinking about Possession, I mean, he might just go a lot earlier, catch everyone off guard. Yeah, I mean, if he goes in, I mean, we should be going back this time round. He could even go right off the final corner, but he's so close to the safety car. He's got to give the safety car some time here. Here we go.
Safety car is coming in this lap. We're going to get restarted back to racing in Season 12, Round 12, around Baku in Azerbaijan. It is 10 laps to go until the end of the race here. Possession leading from Breezy, from KGB, Black Angel, and Bats Plus in 3rd and 4th. And yeah, we're just about to go green here. Let's see how far Possassin is going to pull this before smashing it on the pedal and going fast again.
Yeah. Possassin's really telling Breezy when he's going to go because he's revving out in second gear. So Breezy could hear that. Now he's out of revving, and there he goes.
And we're back to green flag racing now into turn 1. KGB Black Angel on the outside of Breezy, and also Forza or Bats Plus attacking on KGB as they go through turn 1 and into turn 2. Bats Plus goes through for 3rd place, and now Forzan is under attack from Captain Blade on his right hand side, and Captain Blade is trying to go through for that P5 as they're going to be going into turn 3 side by side. And a little bit of a squeeze there, but Captain Blade makes it up into P5.
Nice stuff there. Yeah, we got the top 3 quickest guys now in the top 3, so we'll see how that goes to the end of the race. They had to get by KGB in order to have a shot at a nice podium here today. Yeah, a safety car usually creates more chaos, so I'm a little sketchy coming into the castle for the first time on these new cold tires. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm hearing some lockups there from Bats Plus as he makes it through the castle section for the first time. Makes it stick, however, for now. There's a lot of cars very, very close to each other behind them, but it's already 1.3 seconds ahead for Possassin, so already out of the DRS zone danger. Captain Blade really has some pace.
Yep, I was just going to say, Possassin's really not using any battery either. So this is all just pure speed by Possassin, able to keep out of that 1 second gap. Yeah,
Captain Blade gaining more and more time on KGB Black Angel. On that start straight, no DRS yet. Possassin with another fastest lap of 140.9. Very nicely done there. Captain Blade closing up even more on KGB as KGB almost hits the wall on the exit of turn 1. As you mentioned, there might be down to tire temperatures with those brand new tires coming up to temperature after a restart under the safety car that we had come out on lap 15, I think. So we only had a couple of laps under the safety car. Oh, Captain Blade really deep into turn 3. Barely made it stick on track there, and now he's going to be under attack from Forzan. We have a yellow in sector 1. Looks like McChicken. McChicken has hit the wall. He's missing a part of his front wing. He's had a spin. It looks like he might have made contact with somebody to spin him out like that. So that's unfortunate for him, dropping down to 15th place. Watching this battle here with Forzan and Captain Blade and KGB. It's still going on. Still no DRS just yet, but we will have it re-enabled again on the next lap. As we're watching them coming through those really, really quick last few corners on this track. Forzan's already used over 60% of his battery. He really should be saving it for the next lap when they're going to have the DRS enabled, which is enabled now. So Captain Blade within DRS on KGB, Forzan within DRS on Captain Blade. Sounds like Seafreeze is really having a nervous situation there. He's really excited about this one. All we can hear is heavy breathing.
Oh, do you hear me breathing? You know why? A lot of exciting... I get that from my teammate, too. A lot of exciting stuff. I had to catch my breath, not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
But,
I mean,
it just
there's
seems
a
like
lot happening.
Getting into nice rhythm here with the DRS, and I was just kind of watching Possassin and Breezy for a little bit, seeing those lines and how quick they actually are pushing, and Breezy was just, man, a tenth or so right off the DRS into turns 2 in that detection zone, but now he's about a half a second off. Still within a half a second, but it seems like Possassin's starting to gain a little bit more, but yeah, just very focused in the remainder laps.
This battle is about to heat up here. Captain Blade on KGB is going to have the DRS advantage on the run to the start-finish straight. This might be the moment for him to make a move. Forzan is catching up as well, right behind them. Let's see who's going to be able to make a move here into turn 1. Captain Blade closing up, still on KGB. He is going to move over to the left there, but not quite close enough. Just having a look. And now going into turn 2, they're going to have another chance of DRS. Now KGB, though, is catching up to Bats Plus. And he does have the DRS on this lap already on Bats Plus. This is turned upside down quite quickly here. Oh, and there it goes. Captain Blade side by side with KGB into turn 3. Not making it stick there. Going into turn 4 as well. He's going to be right up by the wall there. He's still side by side. Into turn 5. Still going to be side by side. And now into turn 6. There's not going to be much space there, but they're still making it work. And they're still battling it out for 4th and 5th here. Losing a bit of time, though, to Bats Plus. And Captain Blade making it stick. Finally going into... Oh, no!
Oh, he botched it.
Yeah,
all that for nothing.
He's hit the wall. His car is ghosted. And Forzan is up into P5 now. It did kind of look, though, honestly, from my perspective. Oh, and he hits the wall again. Oh,
watch
no.
Flip-flop. Watch it, people. Watch it.
And he's going to give way to everybody else. We have a yellow there in Sector 2 for that situation. But it did kind of look the Bats, or KGB might have made a little bit of contact with the back end of Captain Blade to push him into the wall on the entry into turn 8. So we're going to have to wait for a replay of that and see what happened there. There might be a review. And here comes Forzan now on KGB with the DRS enabled. And that is P4 for Forzan with 5 more laps to go.
Flip-flop's also gaining on Cam. He started towards the rear in this race, as did Cam. They're up 6th and 7th.
And Flip-flop is driving with no helmet.
Oh, what is this now?
If you look at the stream, yeah.
I saw that last night. Someone pointed to that with just Jose, and I thought it was a glitch. That must be a Halloween thing, or maybe not? Maybe it's a glitch. I don't know.
It's an Evil Knievel special.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, Daredevil special, you know, because you definitely do not want to drive with just your balaclava on in a Formula 1 car. I think
definitely not.
I think you won't be able to close your eyes after you finish the race if you do end up driving with no helmet on, because they're going to be pulled right to the back of your ears.
I'm so confused. I didn't know that was a thing. Just don't crash, Flip-flop. You need that helmet on you.
Now, another thing that happened there is, or no, Breezy already had his 3-second penalty, did he not?
No, he just picked that up while Captain Blade hit the castle. I'm surprised Captain didn't actually get a tire knocked off. He went really hard into the castle wall. As we see Flip-flop in his, whatever you want to call it, in his helmet or not helmet on Cam. Using some battery. Should be a simple overtake turn 1. Got the Alfa Romeos right behind.
A little bit
that
wide
penalty
on
from
the
Breezy, it definitely took him out of contention for the remainder half, and I think he kind of knows that. Now he needs to work on that gap, another half a second off the backs. And here we have a professional on Cam, down to turn 3, hard under braking, and he gets it. Oh, a little bit of a tap, Chatty, working on Cam. A little bump and run from the Alfa Romeo driver after that crash earlier on. I don't think he means business at this stage. Another yellow flag. That's going to be Jones out of Castle section. And that promotes F1 racer to P12. Just want to take this opportunity while we have a dull moment, hopefully not for too long, as we have the DRS coming up, just to thank you all for watching today on both the YouTube and the Twitch. We definitely do appreciate all the support. We have more information down in the description if you think about joining Season 12 or potentially Season 13 for next season. We do have that off week next week, and then we come back for 3 more races to finish off Season 12, and the finale of Platinum Class is that 100% race at USA, which is always interesting as we see Flip Flop overtake KGB for a nice solid top 5. That's going to promote Professional and the other Alfa Romeo driver of Chatty to close in on this battle, all within the DRS here in the closing stages of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Quite an exciting race, 3 more laps to go. It is already decided in the Drivers' Championship in this season for Possassin being the champion, but it's not yet decided on P2. And another incident there. KGB spins it, and again, it kind of looked like there might have been a tap on the back of the car on the entry into the corner that made him spin out there, and that's KGB down to P12. That is really going to hurt him there, and he was right in the run for P5 there on points, so that is really frustrating, I'm sure. And now we're going to continue on watching this battle as it's now Forzan into P4, Flip Flop into P5, and then it's the 2 Alfa Romeos of Professional and Chatty Duck.
Yeah, I was on board with Professional. I was able to see KGB's spin. It didn't look like he had any help in that spin. I think he clipped the inside barrier trying to get a nice tight corner to open up that next corner in that nice little chicane. I think he just tapped the wall in that little side pod glitch or spin. And as soon as you hit the side pod on these games, they just spin you right around. As we have Chatty on teammate. He was on for a good run, was KGB. He had some nice speed and potentially was battling for a nice podium in that safety car restart, but small little mistake takes you right out of the running. Unfortunate. You see he actually pits here in the later stages. We'll see if he puts some softs on and potentially grab that fastest lap away from Possassin, which is a 40.463.
Yeah, Possassin showing his pace here tonight once again. He's on the run right now to break Tasmanian Devils' TCR all-time record of the most wins in a single season, bringing it up to 9 here tonight if he can bring it home in the last couple of laps. Doing a great job throughout the whole season, as we've mentioned already. You know, it's been a really great performance from him, and once again, with the safety car and everything else that we've had here tonight, he's still 4.5 seconds clear of Breezy. Breezy also has a 3-second penalty, and it looks like Bats Plus is still keeping within those 3 seconds of Breezy, so he still has a chance to grab second place away from Breezy. And this is also going to help out Breezy's battle for P2 in Season 12, because Professional is currently in 7th, and the gap between them is about 18 points, so this is going to close up that gap a little bit there, helping out Breezy here tonight. Now, Professional is within the DRS zone of Chatty Duck still, but Chatty Duck has lost a bit of time on Flip Flop Fish, and I'm not sure if we're going to see another Alfa Romeo switcheroo, but there goes Flip Flop Fish all of a sudden. Now Chatty Duck is within the DRS of Flip Flop Fish, so not exactly sure what happened there. I think the graphic might have just glitched, but it was showing 2.3 seconds to Flip Flop Fish, and then now Chatty Duck is right behind him. So 2 laps to go. We might have a little bit of a battle here for P5.
Yeah, and he's very low on battery, is Flip Flop Fish. The Alfa Romeos have about half tank, so it should be quite an easy move coming into the final lap of the race. With that DRS down the front stretch, should be a no match. This will be it for a nice solid top 5. We'll just see which one of these drivers will get it. I know Professional and Chatty, they're not doing no team orders in this case. They're going all out they are in a party with each other. I probably know that. So we'll see who goes. Oh, Chatty. Oh, he was getting loose through there. I don't know if that. Whoa, he's lagging or something. Yeah, something's going on with Chatty. He's all over the place. This is not going to end well.
Yeah, we did see that on the stream as well. I think it might have just been a glitch, though. Hopefully, he's able to make it through until the end of this race here tonight without having any disconnections or any issues. And he is closing up that gap to Flip-Flop-ish. He is using his battery on the rundown into the DRS zone. It looks like he's going to be close enough to make a move. He's going to go left to the outside of the corner, but it's going to be the inside before they even get in there. And Chatty Duck does make it stick, but the switcheroo from Flip-Flop-ish is going to try and attempt it. He will have the DRS now onto this next DRS zone. And where is Professional? About 4/10 behind Flip-Flop-ish. Not close enough to put on pressure just yet. And we're now on the last lap of tonight's race.
Yeah, Professional, he'll get another opportunity coming down to the wire. It might be a nice photo finish for a 6th position flip. If he could stick with the DRS, he might have an opportunity as well. And this is kind of the only battle towards the end of this race. All drivers just needing to survive one more time through the castle section. And to be honest, I thought it'd be a little bit more chaotic. We only saw one wreck here with Mebe and a few other minor incidences. We had maybe one full safety car to bring everyone back into it. But apart from that, it's just been a nice race, which I like that from time to time.
And there you guys are watching the champion of Season 12, Assassin, bringing it home on the last run into the finish straight here. He's going to cross the line for his 9th win this season and breaking an all-time TCR record. Congratulations to Assassin on another amazing performance. Breezy's going to cross the line in 2nd, and he's going to be just clear of Bats Plus, and he will keep P2. That is a very good job there from Breezy. Forzan in P4. Chatty Duck and Flip-Flop-ish at 007 Professional were really down to the line there, but it looks like Chatty Duck's going to get 5th, Flip-Flop-ish 6th, and Professional's going to get 7th. Cam is going to get 8th place. Stanley 9th with a couple of points to his name, and TCR F1 Racer is going to get the last point here tonight in P10. So congratulations to those guys. We also have Deathwish Tricky in 11th. Chicken is going to be 12th. Black Angel is going to be 13th. Captain Blade in 14th place, sorry. And TCR Jones crossing the line in 15th place. But what an incredible race this was. I mean, we had a lot of overtaking, a lot of battling. We had side-by-side through very, very tight corners here tonight. And yeah, just a very exciting race for round 12 of the Platinum class of TCR. Only 3 more races to go after this one. And there is Assassin celebrating for the 9th time this season. He is on that top step in the Platinum class.
It's an all-American podium heading into the American Thanksgiving. So hopefully everyone enjoys their week off if you are an American driver or celebrate Thanksgiving. And we'll return for another final 3 races in a week after that. And we have some post-race interviews coming on up shortly. So leave some comments down below or questions that you want us to ask. Our new champion crowned and also broke a record of 9 race wins in a season. We'll also hear from Breezy and Bats Plus, and yeah, should be interesting.
Yeah, only the one DNF here tonight of Mebi, and other than that, everybody else made it across the line for a really exciting Grand Prix here tonight. Assassin also gets the fastest lap with a 140.463, and that's an extra point to his massive tally of points for this season. He's still going to keep the lead also in the Constructors Championship here tonight. So all around, a really good performance from Assassin from everybody else in the Platinum class as well. I think, just Baku and Azerbaijan, they never disappoint. So I was really happy with tonight's race. And as you mentioned, Seafreeze, we're going to also hear from our top 3 finishers here tonight. We're going to hear from Passassin once again, but the first time as a champion of this Platinum class in Season 12. He clinched it actually last round, but as I mentioned, we just didn't have the ability to calculate it at that moment in time with everybody else's points. So yeah, now that we know that he's the champion, if you guys have any questions for Passassin, or if you have any congratulation notes or anything else you want to say, leave it in the chat. Also, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We have races 3 times a week here for silver, gold, and platinum class. And you can also check out the link in the description to the video to take you to our website where you can sign up to race with us if you're looking to. If you have a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 and you have the F1 2021 game, you can race with us here in TCR, either in Season 12 or in Season 13. As we mentioned, that's only, just over the horizon now that we're in the closing stages of Season 12. Also check out our link to our affiliate sponsor, Fanatec. If you're looking to purchase some great sim equipment, especially with the holidays coming up, check it out. Use the link in the description and you'll be supporting the league in doing so as well. So I am seeing some of our drivers now trickling into our chat. It looks like we've pretty much got everyone. Was it in third? Was it Bats Plus?
Yep.
Bats Plus, welcome, congratulations, P3 here tonight. For a moment there, especially after the safety car, it looked like you're going to have a lot of work to do to try and make up some positions, or after your first pit stop, actually. How was the race here tonight, and tell us about how you made it through the field again.
I guess a bunch of people were going to do a 2-stop, so I think Warzan and KGB, they undercut me by like 4 seconds on the first pit stop, so I was a little surprised by that. And then they caught the safety car at the right time. And I had to, I got stuck behind KGB at the restart, but luckily I got by him in the first corner. But I mean, other than that, most of the race I was just kind of like hanging out by myself. And after the first stop, I was with Mebby and someone else, and then Mebby decided to crash in the castle section, so that kind of got everyone caught back up. But pretty annoyed that I lost by less than a tenth on second place. That's like the 4th time I missed second place or third place by less than a tenth.
Well, still a really good performance, though.
Yeah.
And Seafreeze, your questions for Bats Plus?
Yeah, I mean, going into this, we knew Passassin would probably have the pace. You were starting. Did you start P2? I think you did.
Yeah,
okay.
I was
wondering how were you? What was your approach going into that? I knew you'd probably have to attack early. You were just outside the DRS, and maybe it looks like you were going to make a move into turn 1. On the opening lap, and then that didn't quite work, but then you were also trying to stick in there with the DRS, and then once you were outside of it, it was kind of done deal at that point.
Yeah, I just lost too much time in the second sector. I was like a half second slower. It's just hard to get through on a controller. But yeah, I just kind of decided that I was going to do a 1-stop and just go as long as I could on the softs, because the mediums kind of burn out when they get worn out, but it ended up not mattering because of the safety car.
Yes.
Alright, well congrats to Bats Plus for P3. We've got Breezy in P2, starting from 3rd on the grid, making up that 1 position there, but just wasn't quite close enough here to put the pressure on Passassin today. How did you feel about the race today, and what was missing, do you think?
I guess practice. I didn't get too much practice in. I did most of my practice today, like the last hour or so before the race started. So I'm not very. I don't know how to say it. I'm just not very confident at this track. I've gotten damage almost every time that I've raced here. This time I didn't, but I was taking it very cautiously until the end when I got that 3-second time penalty. So it was all right. I just don't like the track too much. Not very confident here. I honestly don't think if I put in a good amount of practice, I would have kept up with Passassina. He was keeping a pretty good pace. But yeah, that's it.
And Zandvoort coming up in a couple of weeks' time. How you feeling about that track compared to Baku?
I definitely like that track better. I've never done a league race there though, so new territory.
All right, Seafreeze, your questions for Breezy.
Oh man, I don't really have much. Congratulations on P2.
Thank you.
Anything from the safety car restart? Do you think you had a shot to maybe use some battery and get within, put them under pressure, maybe go for an overtake or two? I don't know, just talk us through that final safety car restart.
I was really just trying to, I guess, make sure I started the safety car restart without having super cold tires. Like, I even saw Passassina in front of me almost lose it. It might have been turn 1 or turn 2. Kind of let the rear end step out a little bit. I kind of suspected that it was going to be the second lap that the safety car was going to go in, so started heating them up early. So it worked out. I planned that out pretty well. But outside of that, like, his pace was nuts. So I was fine, just kind of sitting in second place. There was no way I was keeping up with that. So yeah.
Well, congrats on P2, Breezy. It was a really great drive, and yeah, let's see what you can do for the rest of the season here.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so moving on to Passassin, and officially the Season 12 Platinum Champion of TCR Trinity Competitive Racing. You absolutely, dominated tonight's race. You dominated throughout the season. This is win number 9 for you in Season 12, which is also has now beaten the, TCR all-time record that's been set by Tasmanian Devil before. So you're a record breaker. You're the champion this season. You've got another win under your belt tonight. I mean, the floor is yours. What do you want to say?
I mean, yeah, I was confident on the track going in. It was a very consistent race, and I knew what I was going to do going in. So, yeah, I just tried to keep it consistent, and paid off. Didn't make any contact with walls. But, yeah.
Well, how does it feel to be the champion in Season 12 in Platinum class? How do you feel about the season overall?
Oh, it feels really good. I was coming into the beginning of last season. I wanted to get my footing when I got invited to Platinum, which was no Lion Full Day at the time. And yeah, I mean, it set the grounds for who I am today in terms of knowing how to do no line correctly. So yeah, I mean, it's been a long journey, and happy to be champion, of course. And it's just paid off. The hard work pays off. You get what you put in.
Yeah, absolutely. And Seafreeze, anything you want to say or any questions for the champion?
Yeah, well, firstly, this is the first time I'm able to congratulate you in person, so congratulations on the championship of Season 12. And good race as well today. I think you got the sweep of all three, the pole, the fastest lap, and the win. Not much to say. I mean, it was a great race, a great performance. You had the speed, obviously, and zero mistakes from what I have seen. But yeah, you did grab that that 9 wins over the 8 that Tasmanian Devil set last year.
It was unbelievable, his pace last year compared to everyone else's, and it's been a competitive season this season, and I feel like I've just done as well as I can, and it's been great to have achieved what I have.
So what do? You plan on messaging Tasmanian Devil, give him a nice little, hey, I beat your record type of deal, or
I'm sure he watched the stream and I'm sure he knows. So if he's listening right now, no more just the short season excuses.
Well, you know what? To be fair, the seasons are getting longer and longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So, when I started, it was like 11. Now what are we at? 15.
He had a mental season last season. To be fair to him.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, last season, what did we have? 12. That is definitely impressive. Yeah, it's all good. The stats, I'm always into that stuff, and breaking the records are always fun, and setting new bars is also rewarding. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right, well, you guys have heard it now from the top 3 finishers here tonight, Bats Plus, Prix, and Passassin. Congratulations to all 3 of them. Again, huge congratulations to Passassin for the championship for the driver's side of Season 12, and also for another win here tonight for win number 9 in Season 12, as we mentioned, beating that all-time record previously set by Tasmanian Devil. But it was a great race. As we mentioned, we will be off next week for a Thanksgiving break, but we will be back the week after that on Tuesday, and that will be with Zandvoort at the Dutch Grand Prix, and that's going to be round 13 of this Season 12 with only 3 more races to go. This particular class is all decided, but the other 2 classes are very much still open for grabs. So join us then. But yeah, from tonight, I want to say a huge thank you to all of the drivers. Huge thank you to also Seafreeze for joining me in the booth here tonight.
Absolutely, it was a great race. We saw a little bit of everything, which was awesome to see. And yeah, we'll rest up and we'll get back going for the final 3.
That's awesome, and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, check out the links in the description of the video to our website and also to our affiliate sponsor Fanatec, and we will see you guys in a couple of weeks time. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the US that's celebrating, and yeah, have a safe holidays, and we will see you in a couple of weeks time. Have a great